Welcome to my studio. Hi, this is Keith Van Allen. This is an educational video about, my favorite pastime, pottery it's called. My favorite art form, actually. So one of my favorite places to this very day still, it's kind of like a second home to me actually. It's called CS880. You can find it right down the hallway over there. And this is where I started my pottery career, I guess what you could consider my career. It's got everything in there, the wheel to all kinds of glazes and every kind of tool you can imagine. And it's just the perfect place. I've had a lot of memories in there. And so I started at a pretty young age doing pottery, and I knew right from the beginning it was what I wanted to do. So whenever I start a new project, I like to start off with some sketching. It's a really good idea to get a feel for what you're doing and what direction you're going to be heading in. And it's also really good to put out your ideas on the table for us creative type, This is the wedging station over here, and if there's one thing you get out of this video, I want you to learn how to wedge, alright? It's pretty simple, but it's actually very important for the entire creative process. This is like a little project I got going on over here. I'm actually in the running for the world record for the most clay ever wedged by a human hand. So I'm not sure what I'm up to right now, but let me just take a quick... Yep, that's about 23 pounds right now, and counting. Of course, I'm not done yet. And pottery, we kind of like to live life on the edge, and if we fall off the edge, you can grab onto it and keep moving, and that's pretty much my motto, and Miss Ferguson would agree that that's kind of how I've lived, and just keep grabbing the edge. If there's one thing you learned in this video, it's that keep grabbing the edge. I've always had doubters. From the beginning, you can't be a true artist until someone questions your success. It was hard to tell my parents that I was a potter. They were so disappointed in me. But I think it all turned around after my first pottery exhibit. I did a set of plates with my parents' faces on them. My dad gave me a big hug and my mom cried. It was awesome. I really draw my inspiration from the earth and the beauty that's all around us. I like to use earthy colors as much as possible. Whether it's the glaze for my pottery or my personal wardrobe, I like to bring everything back to the earth. That's what pottery is all about. To dust we are, and we were dust, and we're gonna go back, to dust we shall return. I think, yeah, it's like a quote. Alright, we need to start with centering. So once you have it centered, you can do a couple things. You can start building it up or bring it down a little bit, depending on where you want to open it up at. And that's the next step, is opening it up. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. Just watch carefully. So a lot of people ask me whether I like hand building methods with clay or using the wheel. And honestly, I think I like using hand building a lot better. Sometimes when you're on the wheel, you kind of feel like the clay is fighting you, but when you're hand building, the clay is always your friend, and it'll kind of do what you want it to do, and you have a lot more freedom, I feel like, with the clay. So that's why I feel like I like hand building a lot better. I know you guys are probably pretty worried, but things like that happen all the time. That's not too bad. We can work with this, honestly. It'll be alright. one of the things Miss Ferguson taught me is you just gotta keep moving when things like when life gets rough like that. You know, that's what my parents really taught me that too. So this is the kiln room where you fire pots, and you know, it's kind of a complicated process. I took AP Chemistry, so I've got a good understanding of how it all works. I probably couldn't explain it to you guys in this video, but you know, yeah, I don't really know how these machines work, but I got like I said, I got a pretty good idea. So this is one of my first pieces that I did. You know, this is back in, must have been, I don't know, 6th grade or 7th. And you know, my teacher told me you make a bowl, and they wanted me to add something to it. And you know, I thought, one of the things I thought was like, you know, I like the bowl the way it is. Why do I have to add something to it? But you know, that's where I learned that sometimes you gotta do something. You gotta take advice from other people, because once I added this, you can see I added this coil right around the rim here. If you see it, if you can look close, I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, I added the coil, and I think it actually came out a lot better. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned a lot from this video. You know, there's a lot of great tips in here. If you didn't catch them all the first time, you can watch it again, don't worry. You know, if there's, I know this is kind of confusing, it was a lot. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me or go to visit my website. You know, there's some good stuff there if you want to go check it out. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Get out of your mind! Get out of your mind! Get out of your mind! Hey, hey, hey! Get out of your mind! 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 Hey, hey, hey! Get out of your mind! I'm a semi-truck!
Action. That was literally worse.
That's awesome.